Hey there, Angel of Galaxite. Thank you for clicking on my new channel. Any support is very much appreciated. Please like, subscribe or comment if these messages reach you loud and clear. Don't forget to hit that notification button or like. Okay, and thank you for all who have already. So remember, Spirit works through us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. It could be their love-lost one or a situation around you or them. Just remember, you might be this heavenly post person delivering communication where it needs to go. If I say male or female, remember we have both aspects of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So take it as it resonates and leave the rest for someone else to enjoy. So today I thought we would do a remembrance, because I think it's the 9th I'm filming this, and on the 11th it's Remembrance Day, for all those service women and men who put their lives on the line for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's have a look what we got. So I see lots of signs and synchronicities. I use all my clairs to bring about messages for people who need them. All right. So Spirit are asking me to talk about my stroll this morning as usual. So today, while taking the stroll, my eyes were drawn to a banner which was hanging outside of a window. It had a soldier on it, visiting a colleague's gravesite. This is represented by a cross. The site had small poppies and larger poppies bordered the scene on each side of it, rather like this one. Okay, the message was lest we forget. The literal translation, it should not be forgotten. Of course, it used to warn people not to forget those who have lost their lives at war, while we live through times of relative peace in most places. Lest we forget is written on poppy pin badges and other remembrance-related items. You can also see this inscribed on some soldiers' graves and war memorials. The phrase, lest we forget, is a line in a 1897 Rudyard Kipling poem. God of our fathers, known of old, Lord of our far-flung battle line, beneath whose awful hand we hold dominion over palm and pine. Lord God of hosts, be with us yet, lest we forget, lest we forget. What can I tell you? Phew, I feel a lot of energy behind me. Yeah, it's like a team effort. They've all come out here. They're building up behind me. God. Solidarity, loyalty, dignity, bravery, fortitude comes to mind. Alright, so the flower was adopted as a symbol by the newly formed Royal British Legion, a charity established to provide support for members and veterans of the British Armed Forces and their families. So here we have the representation, the poppy. John McCree, first published in December 1915 in Flanders fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row. And the appeal has grown from manufacturing poppies in a room above a shop in Bermondsey, South London, to a facility in Richmond where 50 ex-servicemen and women work all year round, producing tens of millions of the symbolic flowers. Outside the UK, poppies are predominantly worn in Commonwealth nations such as Canada, Australia, New Zealand and South Africa, and are also used to a lesser extent in the US. Okay. For many of us, Remembrance Day has a poignant place in our hearts as we honour those who died or suffered greatly in the line of duty. I'm feeling very emotional. But what of the animals who are hidden victims of conflict? In the First World War alone, more than 1 million dogs and 8 million horses, mules and donkeys were sacrificed on the battlefields. And you all know I love my animals. To highlight the tragedy of animals killed in conflict, wear a purple badge with pride all year round, but particularly on the 11th of November, and here it is. Alright, let's go. We're going to segue into my first channeling today. So my first channeling is from a person who was an engineer in the Navy. I'm seeing the number 8 in January, so he could have been a Capricorn. I'm not sure yet, wait a minute. The person drove themselves too hard, built a career slowly and carefully, could have burst suddenly on the scene, as if out of nowhere. You know, people just suddenly noticing this person that was incognito. Not necessarily outgoing or overly demonstrative, but nonetheless lend each social or personal meetings an air of importance. Could be warm-hearted but may appear cool and detached. This person tells me he could channel every ounce of his energy down to a cellular level into presentation, performance or product. He knew what he could do and what he couldn't. He's saying, so he rarely overshot, studied situations carefully and came to forceful solutions. Alright, lovely, carry on. I should have learned how not to drive myself too hard and make things a bit lighter for those who couldn't handle my intense, concentrated energy. Could have been more accepting and forgiving. Kind, what are you saying, sorry? Kinds with me or against my attitude. Maybe he should have been more kind. Didn't help, suppose. He's saying he was a bit egotistic. Conceit got me into trouble a few times. Okay. So what I'm seeing now is the tarot card, Strength. And he's saying I had determination to succeed. Needed to work on complacency and the misuse of power. I'm being shown the skeletal system, bones. So could have had problems there. And I'm hearing the name Art. Could have been a nickname or his name. But it doesn't have to be him. It could be people around him, people watching. Anyway. So he's reaching out to a friend to speak of the life-changing transformative insight that opens the doors to happiness. The awareness that the source of all troubles, directly or indirectly, is the secret enemy, our self-addiction. The secret enemy is our own self-doubt habit, Your own doomed habit to be the real you. You are the one who repeatedly attacked yourself. Now you know that there isn't an evil person out there that's after you. He's saying when your preoccupied mind says this is a good idea, you'll get something out of it. So grab it. It is fooling you because you think it is your own irresistible impulse. May feel helpless as it presents as your own thought. But he wants to help you recognize that demon. When you start to get help, see clearly that this is a mental habit, then you will be free. I may be in the land of light, mate, but I'm still very much around you. He is saying every few hours, set a reminder to get up and move about. He understands, after being in the Navy, you had one big unit and a closeness and camaraderie which can never be matched in Civvy Street. I get it. Unless you have been through similar situations, it's hard for people to understand us. He's pointing out, finding a job has been hard. Remember to compromise. Don't just take something because it's offered to you. Civvy Street doesn't operate like the military. Just remember, they don't have the high standards. They will work differently or manage or lead as you like. As you'd like them to, sorry. But keep that network open. You can be bold, pave your own way, and embrace the freedom he's saying. Thank you for that. That was really nice. It's good. Let's go. Alright. So I'm hearing the eagle flying higher and higher. Okay. I don't know what song that is. It's playing in my head, but I'm sorry, I can't tell you who that's by, but yeah, I get songs and the lyrics mean something. So what can I tell you about this next person coming through? February the 5th comes to mind. So it may have been Aquarian, or this date could have some meaning to somebody watching. This person was very convincing, bringing fluency and grace to any endeavour. A quiet way of announcing that he means business. He had a reassuring physical presence that suggested he could be relied on, imaginative, spoke in quite a direct manner, but charming anyway. He was maybe 6 foot, wavy brown hair, but cut short, of course. So he's saying you find you're all alone and recognizes that everything has changed. He's urging you to keep moving straight ahead, acknowledging the intense pain and heartache that his parting has caused. It's a reference to growing up, maybe childhood friends. And he's urging you to soldier on, as only you can do what must be done. The lyrics are talking about how you're trying to break free. So don't be a prisoner of his demise. Sorry. So the song, I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagle's flying higher and higher. Sorry. He's your man in motion, who will take you where your future lies. So that obviously is the song. A gentle glide, smoothly flying towards fearless and loving choices. No need to buckle up as the storm has passed. So Saint Elmo's fire in the song, refers to in the song, he may appear with a blue-violet glow. So look out for that. I can hear a buzzing and kind of like a hissing sound, a luminous electrical field, I think that is, isn't it? Thunderstorms, yeah. So I have a feeling this person could be a pilot or a sailor, as Saint Elmo is patron saint of sailors. It is a phenomenon which can warn of imminent lightning strike, regarded by sailors with awe, and sometimes considered to be a good omen. So take it as your loved one's calling card. I'm seeing number 5, but I'm also seeing a number 1. This could be relevant. Take it as it resonates, leave the rest, as I always say to someone else. So this is a strong indicator that energy is shifting and moving. Not sure if you're thinking of studying or travelling, as this will change your perspective, indicating that you may decide to live in another country. You can see you starting again with an entirely different course in life, attracting different sorts of people and situations into your life, making you almost unrecognizable as your former self. Just like the St. Elmo's fire, use this magical force. It will help you to release old limiting beliefs, choosing to feel and surrender previously unimpressed emotional pain, as this is what is needed to move on. He was very insightful in his analysis of any situation. So that might be a clue for you. Burning up, as it says. He wasn't too sure how far he could go, but wasn't too far from home. In fact, just a few miles down the road. So this may have been a crash or a near fatal disaster in some way, shape or form. I should have said trigger warning, sorry. Number 5 brings change, and I can see that very clearly here. But you can be sure what happened to you happened for a reason. This accident brought change, even though this change was extremely difficult to get through. Devastating. He wants you. You may be at peace. He says you are sensing this undercurrent of change. Something is brewing, and he's guiding you through the changes, saying you may feel disorientated for a while. Energy shifts and changes take place. These are rather more significant. The starting of a new phase or chapter in your life. He's referring to the fact that any knocks or pitfalls he encountered, he recovered very quickly, as he was a resilient individual. Getting a fire started can be much more easier than distinguishing it, so think on that. He loves and cherishes you all, the beautiful memories you made together. And you know me, I didn't like to talk about health issues, so I won't touch on that. That's fine, no worries. As the song goes, we can climb the highest mountains, cross the wildest sea, recognizing love will not touch you once in this lifetime, sorry. He had his time. It is your time now to be alive. And as you do so, live a beautiful existence. This will help his soul growth. So try, mate, come on. You may have a dream of a banner with, I feel like you are back again. With hope, riding high. Thank you, that was lovely. How are we doing for time? We're good, all right. So there's a poem here that I quite like. Time to come home, dear brother, your tour of duty through. You've given as much as anyone could be expected to. Just a few steps further, the smoke will start to clear. I'm going bone chillingly cold. Others here will guide you. You have no need to fear. You have not failed your brothers. You clearly gave it all. And though your selfless actions, others will hear the call. So take your place of honor among those who have gone before, and know you will be remembered for now and evermore. Oh, that's lovely. I don't know who'd written that, so sorry. If anyone needs to know. Alright, let's go into our next message. Alright, come on in. I've got a lot of laughter around me. A lot of teasing, you know. I feel like one of the boys, you know. Yeah. Or one of the girls. Either way, I don't want to forget. Alright. So the next soul I'm picking up on is a reference to the army. And I'm seeing a number 2. Yeah. Here in Virgo. He says he was unpretentious, honest and fair, and may have had emotional outbursts and suppressed aggression. The presence of number 2 can indicate a good co-worker and partner, so he may have been. He had a propensity for some degree of danger. Well, you would, wouldn't you, of course, if you were in the army. And excitement, and liked to defend the rights of the average person. He displayed great sympathy for those who are genuinely in need or stricken by misfortune or calamity. He's pointing out that he himself refused to seek out help when he truly needed it. You know, suppressed fears I'm feeling and insecurity, I really feel that. Ooh. Which later erupted into sudden displays of temper and anger. He would choose to settle for nothing rather than compromise his expectations. Could have been well demanding of mates and lovers. He's going, that's an understatement. That's what he said to me. He conducted himself according to a fixed code of honour. To him, when a deal is done, then there is no room for wavering, conniving, or the breaking of promises. I was a good person to deal with, although my strictness and accompanying lack of sympathy or nuance could sometimes warn people off. On the negative, I could have been moody, unyielding. It would have helped to have balanced his feelings, definitely. Also, his work life would have been a good thing, not to work for the sake of working. In my line of work, you see the darker side of humans, death and destruction, so it was difficult to keep things light, have fun and enjoy life, but we all lean on each other, and that's what we do. Very traumatic, I'm feeling, yeah, wow. Okay, I'm hearing Gibraltar. So I could have served out there. Yeah. And for some others, Iraq, Afghanistan, and of course Ireland. And a big shout out to my nephew, Gavin, who served in Ireland and other places. Okay. Alright, come on. He wants to tell his family. Just know that he's doing great on the other side of the veil. Things are just dandy. He sees you are putting more effort into sorting out where you live. With all the rules that govern these arrangements, after all, there are some boundaries that have to be stuck to you if you truly want to call a house a home. Okay. If you have clear changes in mind, it might be tempting to simply grab a sledgehammer, oh dear, and start swinging. I hope she didn't do that to you. Is it sensible to knock that down without drawing up a plan or checking that there's enough support for everything else to stay upright? Oh Lord. Of course, your viewpoint is exciting at first, but then he's saying the things you didn't consider will start popping up and causing you untold stress. So he's warning you. He says he rides with you in his car. I see a keyring, of his hanging up in the car. The car smells lovely. Ooh, and it's really quite clean. He's saying girly. He had red hair. I think you call it ginger, I suppose. I guess, but but it was cut short again, it must have been. Simon comes to mind, but may not be his name. It could be some of his mates or someone he's met on the other side or with. There's something about his fingernails. I don't know what he means by that, but maybe he chewed them or something. A reference to 3 brothers, and if they're not blood related, could have been his closest friends in the army. Alright. He's sending his love and tells me he's watching over you all. Lots of love and kisses to his family. Our world is only one of many, so that's what he wants to leave you with. And I'm getting Matthew, James, Sean, Patrick, Eddie, Carl, Adam, Kieran, Gavin, Giles, Ted, Ben, Andy, Reese, Billy, Mark, Christian, Martin, Philip, and Connor. Again, take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else to enjoy. It's checking on my time. Okay, we're doing alright. Alright. Desmond, I'm hearing. So a big shout out to Desmond. Don't know. Dylan as well. 80. Okay. Alright then. Okay, I think that's it really. There's a lot of souls here, but I haven't really got time to... There's so many souls that have passed on. They're all good, they're all okay, and if you haven't got a message today, it would be impossible in half an hour just to give you, but know that they're all happy on the other side. And they're all helping, you know, and they all want to be remembered today. So if there's a line that resonates, a name, a story, take it as that soul is piggybacking on one message. Alright, so let's see if we've got time for this poem. This is about military wives, and it's by John M. Nelson. She's keeping the home fires burning, while a dangerous living he's earning. She has had so many sleepless nights, while he's away fighting for our rights. She's always ready to answer the phone. When she hears his voice, she's not alone. His months away just seem so long, but she knows she has to remain strong. She knew what she was getting into when she stood with him and said, I do. She realized she had to make sacrifices and have to stand steady during a crisis. When she doesn't know the time length, she has to search for her inner strength. She always expects that knock at the door when they tell her he won't be home anymore. Oh dear. No matter what, she always stands by his side, because her heart is filled with so much pride. It may be difficult, but it is a chosen life, as she stands in the ranks as a military wife. Okay. Well, I'd like to end by thanking each and every one of you for watching my channel. I am grateful and humbled to have a platform where Spirit and I can co-create to bring messages to people who need them. Stay safe, stay happy, and spread the love. This is a brand new channel, so if you've enjoyed, I would really be grateful if you could like, subscribe, hit that notification button, comment, or anything you can do to help with my algorithms. But from all you people who put in your lives on the line each and every day, thank you, thank you, thank you from Civvy Street. Bye, till next time. Oh, and check out my other videos. You never know, there may be a loved one in there. Oh, just want to say as well, we have this animal. Yes, have a quick look, sorry, in case you can't see it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. I love my animals. Bye. Till next time.